listening to The Ochoman, Behind the Eight Ball, only on Ignotainment. Without further ado, the one, the only, Ochoman.
Behind the eight ball. All my life, that's where I've been.
Behind the eight ball. I love that. I love that song, Chris.
It's one of the greatest songs
yes,
ever.
Sir. Yes, sir. Hola, muchachos, my friends. August 14th. I got the whole crew with me. Hey, how you guys doing out there?
Good,
Well,
good.
not bad.
Happy birthday, Mom.
We're back in business.
Mom's birthday today.
Yeah.
Nick's mom.
What did you guys do last week without us?
Oh, dude, we
had a good show.
Dissected that Republican convention.
I didn't. Well,
I'm glad you weren't here.
yeah, I'm glad I didn't listen to
We
it.
took a shot at
That's
every
why we
one of
sent
them.
Armand to L.A.
Now,
LA?
who are you for this week?
I'm this week. I'm holding up with Bernie on the Democratic side.
Bernie
and-
Sanders.
And
I hate that guy.
I got Bernie on
Free
one
college
side.
for everybody.
Yeah,
He isn't.
I got
That
Bernie
guy's
on one
socialist.
side, and I got Donald Trump on the other
Oh,
side.
okay. Well, I'll go with John. I'll go with Donald. That's okay. Well, who would win that? Donald would kill him in the election generally.
Well, I don't think so.
Of course he would.
Yeah. All right.
You
Well,
want to
first
bet
of
on
all-
that? Doesn't
Yeah,
Donald-
I'd like to. I'd like to bet you. I'd like to bet you.
I get the tender bet.
I'd like to bet you on
Starting
that.
early.
His-
It's coming out
his-
swinging.
Poll numbers. I had heard some of the research last night. In a lot
Who,
of these
Bernie
states,
or Donald?
No, for Donald.
Yeah.
That
He's tripled it.
If you combine his numbers and Fiorina's numbers and
Ben Carson.
Ben Carson's numbers, it eats up
60%.
over 60% of the polled voters in those states. The three unlikelies are
Well, they're not
dominating.
unlikely. They're just non-politicians.
yeah,
That's people are tired of this bullshit. That's
which-
all.
I agree.
Which
People that like
I
Bernie
believe
Sanders
makes
are tired of it
unlikely.
too.
Yeah.
But
Right.
everybody's tired of this nonsense.
Yeah.
So that's in a
no
way
question.
good. But my idea about his the free college.
Yeah.
Here's my theory. If you take sciences, if you take biology or physics or chemistry, you want to be an engineer, you want to be a scientist, we'll pay for your college.
Mm-hmm.
You want to take medieval lesbian poetry studies, the hell with you. We're not paying for your college. How about that?
That's bullshit.
You have a problem with that?
I would agree. That's not going to get you a job out
Exactly.
there.
Yes,
That's
it is
my
gonna get
problem.
you a job
oh,
out there.
horseshit.
Oh, it's
horseshit.
gonna get
Doing
Nick.
what?
It's gonna
Teaching
get you a
other
job.
people medieval lesbian poetry
No,
studies.
it'll get you a job. It doesn't matter what that job. Somebody will. It's you know what I mean.
But is it
Some
used-
person
why would
that
we pay
needs
for
a
that?
job, it will. You
Well,
know,
how come they're not getting jobs now, Nick? You take sociology. You're not going to get a job.
I don't know. I just want more dyke witches out there.
Dyke witches.
Well, all right.
Speaking of
Okay,
dyke witches,
we'll pay for that.
We had Nick out last week.
Yeah, what happened?
Well,
I can't say right now at
no.
this point.
I
will,
knew it.
No.
I knew it. He's
No,
safe.
but
I'll
there's
tell you
something in the
something
works for you too on that.
I can't talk about it.
I'll
I
tell
can't
you
talk
something
about it.
that
I wanted
really
to say two things.
something-
Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise.
Yes, Tom Cruise.
He has nothing to do with it, but I just want to say those two words.
Okay, Tom Cruise. Yeah, what do you got, Nick?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Tom Cruise gay?
Something really weird happened.
I don't
and then
think
it,
so.
it happened
Nick?
so fast.
Yes,
and
he
then,
is.
he says
I have,
yes.
I
What do you
have,
think, Nick?
I have
I-
it firsthand.
I heard when I lived
Wow,
in
you
New
fucked
York.
Tom Cruise?
Yeah, no, well,
I heard
not
in-
that firsthand.
In New York, I heard people that were out in the Hamptons. There was like a little thing going on where everybody knew it.
What, Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Tom
Well, I heard
Cruise
he-
is not gay.
No, he's bi. I heard
Absolutely
he,
100% he's
Oh,
not gay.
shut up.
You know who
There's
said-
no
I
way.
told you
That guy
before
can
off
pick
the
up
air.
any little pie.
So
I'm
what?
sure he
So
could.
what?
It doesn't
He
mean
just-
any-
Richard
that
Gere
doesn't mean
could too.
anything.
Yeah.
Richard Gere's not gay.
Are you kidding?
Uh-huh.
Well, he did one thing with a fucking hamster.
Well, that,
Or
well,
gerbil.
that qualifies you as
Hey.
gay.
Gerbil or a hamster?
I don't
Listen,
think- I don't know
if you
about
need
that.
emergency rectal surgery, their indications are that you.
Oh, you hear it every day on Viagra.
You're
If
less-
you
nah.
got 4-hour boner, you got to go to the hospital.
Nah, you're less than a man if you take a hamster. If somebody sticks a habit trail up, up your chute, that to me.
How do they even do that?
Well, probably with a speculum.
I actually
I
asked
actually-
that question and got an
Goose grease.
answer.
Oh, Nick knows.
You take a
Yeah, let's hear it.
lubricated like tubing first. Yeah.
PVC.
Some kind of tubing goes up there, and you put the mouse into the tube.
That alone,
Do
the
they have to-
tubing
The thing
would
is,
drive me crazy.
The tubing will collapse because of it, and then what is supposed to be I can't believe I'm saying this.
Yes, please do. No.
That you eventually your anal walls
Sphincter.
crush the thing, and kill it. And while it's suffocating,
That's
the convulsions
right.
get you off.
That's where they get.
Son of a
It's
bitch.
actually while it's struggling and asphyxiating, that's supposedly what drives them mad.
Yeah, that's what's supposed to like.
That's supposed to give you the erotic pleasure.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But and that's why he got hurt.
Sticking a
because-
vibrator up there isn't good enough.
No, but apparently the little beast clawed him and perforated his rectum, and that's why he needed surgery.
Good for the little beast.
Is that what happened?
Well, I had that on very good.
I mean, I never heard
that's
that.
based
I
on
just-
some
I
very
thought- I heard
reliable.
he couldn't get it out.
Very reliable gossip. Yes,
Giggity goo.
that was it. Now that was inappropriate.
Giggity
Yes.
goo. Giggity goo.
My favorite character
Where
ever.
did that come
It was
from?
actually my
This guy's
nickname for a
Who
long
is
time.
that?
It was Quagmire from Family Guy. Giggity, giggity, giggity goo. Hey, Meg, you 18 yet? 16, 18, all right.
That's fucking great. Hey, but I guess he could chew down there too, can't he? The
I
little fella?
imagine the little things have teeth. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. I don't want nothing shoved up my ass.
I'd take a tongue.
Yeah, yeah.
Woman's tongue.
Woman's tongue, of course.
Woman's
Anyway.
Hey, how about them bears? Bears.
How about
They're
them
damn
bears?
How about them polar bears? How they doing?
Fuck you with the polar bears.
You know
I
something
don't
else?
even talk about the
I
polar
heard-
bears anymore.
There was another article. Did you read the article? Now the walruses are dying too. So you can.
I'll tell you what, though. I
You can
used
have a
to
little
go,
funeral for them too.
I used to
Alright.
go to in Central Park. There's this little zoo in Central Park, and there's a tank, a water tank. It's frozen. It's like there's chunks of ice in it. It's huge, and this polar bear all day shoves off from one wall with one foot.
Wait, there's a polar bear
slides
in
back.
there?
Yes.
Well, of course,
Slides
Central
back.
Park,
This
there's a
thing's
zoo.
the tank is huge, and he
Wow.
stays in the same in this one little nook of it. He pushes off on this rock or something, and then glides back like he's backstroking, but he's not doing
they're
it.
beautiful.
He's just
Majestic
back, you know what I
animal.
mean? Just
Regal.
this huge thing, just like on his back.
Majestic.
He turns around, shoves off the other way,
That's just beautiful.
and does that all day.
And
you
we're
know what?
killing them.
And
We're
murdering
thing
them.
is,
And we're killing
We're
them. every
murdering
day.
them.
But
We're
I'm
killing them.
making a point. No, I'm making a
You and
point
your
is
Hummer.
that thing can float on ice cold water for
Of course they
hours.
can. They swim 60 miles. What, are
So
you
they
kidding
could
me?
get from one
Of course.
berg to another.
They're fucking
Very-
stuck on those
Hey
little
Nick, wait a minute. We
islands.
never heard what Nick says about global warming. It's conspiracy, right?
Sure.
There you go. I told you.
I mean, I just
it,
I
it
don't.
wasn't.
I don't
It
believe
wasn't
it.
as convincing as
well,
him
let me give
trying
it
to sell the
convincing. It's a
fucking the warlords
conspiracy, you
and
dumb
shit.
shit. How's that? Is that convincing
It doesn't
enough?
make sense. I'm just going to say this. I don't know
Attaboy.
that because I don't know the science
I
behind
do.
it, and I can't
Ask
understand
me.
it.
Ask me.
We've gone over it, but I'm just
No
saying
kidding.
that.
Start again.
But what doesn't make sense to me is that they would be drowning because I have seen
They
them with
don't
my own
drown.
eyes
Of course not.
float
They
on
don't
water
drown.
for hours and just relish in
They
icy
swim.
cold water.
Right.
They love it. You know?
Just like Ochoman here.
I float on water.
Yeah. Oh, he floats.
He floats.
What,
Well, you're
by the
divine,
way,
so-
what planet, if you put it in water, would float? The least dense planet in the solar system.
I would say Pluto.
Nick, you have a guess?
well, there are 40 planets in our solar system, all teeming with life.
Well, that's not the question.
According to
What-
John Lear,
No,
there
but-
are.
oh,
Can
John
you believe
Lear,
that?
yeah.
He said that.
Talked you right into that. I mean,
I
No,
guess
but I
so.
mean, he says there are 40 planets in our solar system, and they are all teeming with life. And the people on Mercury are not hotter
Will
than
we
the
get
people
there?
on Mars or on Earth because they're closer to the sun. It doesn't work that way. He says
Yes, it
everything
does.
NASA has told you has been a lie.
what the fuck is
Well,
Chris
anyway,
doing over there with that look on his face?
The least dense planet in the
in
solar
awe.
system is Saturn. Very good.
I'm just telling you
Attaboy.
this, that-
Give yourself a
Waiting
little
for you
ding,
to
ding,
answer
ding,
me.
ding, 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 ding.
This is another sign. These
Wow.
other things I don't understand. I'm
God,
just
this
telling
guy
you
really impressed
what
me. I
some
thought he
people
was just a
understand.
dumb shit loser. And
No,
he's driving a BMW.
Yeah.
He knows the least dense planet in the solar system.
yeah, he's
This
got
guy's the second
You
smartest
have
guy in this
such a,
room.
Giggity. Giggity goo.
Well, maybe he's not so great. All right. He seems to have a fixation with cartoon characters.
Oh, I love him.
Rather infantile.
I
Just
love
one.
him.
All right.
Just
put
one.
a Foghorn Leghorn on there if you're going to put a cartoon character on.
Now, son.
Who did I hear compared to Foghorn Leghorn the other day? The guy who ran the Benghazi investigation. He's
Trey Gowdy.
Trey Gowdy. Yeah.
Yes. That's a joke, son. Gag that is. You're too short. The big ones go over your head.
I tell you what, folks, I am living large right now because my fantasy team is kicking some ass.
What fan? What are you talking about?
My baseball
Oh.
fantasy, man. I finally made a nice move, and this week I'm winning. I got my
How can you
GM
be-
beating up on the guy that's in second place. I am really,
Hey, are you
really
going to Vegas
happy.
this year? Are you going to Vegas for fantasy
Well,
football?
wait,
Take me to Vegas.
I may do
Let's go.
that. I may do that.
Let's do a show from Vegas.
Well, we may have to do something like that.
Chris, get in the budget.
Well, we
get
are.
petty cash.
I'm good with
Buy us 4 round trip tickets to Vegas.
Yeah, well.
Eh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, who won the millionth listener jackpot?
We're still looking for
Okay.
the winner.
Okay. Yeah,
How
let me
much is
know
the
as soon as that comes
jackpot?
in.
There were so
Yeah,
many
we're still,
entrants. that-
we're looking for
Dozen
the
Krispy
winner.
Kreme donuts.
We have his number, and he hasn't stepped forth
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
So
He has our number.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, did you see they're trying to? Speaking of science news, they think gorillas can talk. Did you see that
Really?
article?
No, I didn't.
you know
remember-
what? It wouldn't surprise me because I watched Planet of the Apes.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And Caesar, he was like,
No, they think they can talk.
"Get out," or something.
No, you know,
shit
they,
like
they probably say, "Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty human."
Wow, that was good.
That was good.
Charlton Heston, baby.
Wow.
That was spooky good.
Fuck yeah, he sounded like that NRA guy.
My cold dead hand.
Charleston Armand.
Oh, yeah.
Charlton Heston, man.
Charlton Armand.
I want him on my side. See?
Give that guy a gat. Yeah, yeah. I'll drill you,
Filthy
see?
fucking ape lover.
Well, remember Coco the gorilla that could like understand 2,000
Yes.
symbols?
Yes.
But I could never understand what symbols they. I mean, it looks like the symbol for entropy. That's one smart gorilla. But
Yeah.
I don't know what symbols they could. What symbols? What the hell are they talking about?
I don't know.
I never could figure that out.
Have you seen the elephants that paint?
Nick, is that a was
I
that
don't know. I
gorilla
haven't seen them.
possessed?
I don't
No, they're
know.
actually the cyborg NSA monsters who are out to spy.
It's a
But
time machine.
Wow.
Have you seen the elephants who paint though? No,
With-
with
Yeah,
with a
brush,
paint-
with a paintbrush.
I saw it.
It's crazy.
Oh yeah, with their trunk, right?
awesome.
Oh
I
yeah,
love
I
it.
saw that
It's
video.
amazing.
What
Good
else
stuff,
they gonna
man.
paint
They're
with,
better-
you douchebag? Yeah, of
Well,
course
with
it's
their
gonna be their
cocks.
trunk.
Well,
What the fuck? You
With their
talking about? With
tusks.
their fucking.
Well, they could put a brush on their little on their tail.
That's
never
pretty
mind.
flimsy, though. You know that I think they just grab each other's tail and just walk.
They're prehensile.
Well,
Their trunks. You know how many? You know, there's like 100,000 muscles in an elephant's trunk.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yep.
really? So they feel
100,000 muscles.
Wow.
they feel a lot of pain there too. Then if something
They
goes
get
down.
sore as hell, boy.
Oh boy.
What is that? That's
What
not an
the fuck
elephant.
are you-
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there's the
The
elephant.
painting elephant. Yeah, you could see them putting a paintbrush on that tail.
Yeah. It's amazing. Like,
Look at how he's holding that paintbrush.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, that
This son of a bitch knows what he's doing.
that
Yeah,
elephant
yeah.
paints like Picasso.
It's not just
You
an
should see
accident.
what he
You know what I
actually
mean?
paints.
No, it's not an elephant. It's not an elephant accident. No, that's
The
talent.
thing is really using. his
Wow, he
mind.
painted an
he's
elephant.
painting an elephant.
Oh my God!
Is that how it was? So,
I haven't seen anything
amazing.
that impressive since the chicken that plays tic tac toe at Six Flags. Remember him? You can't beat that chicken.
Have you ever seen
Remember that?
sucker
You can't beat
fish?
that chicken.
Isn't that weird though?
Oh, I know. Oh, the chicken.
The chicken that plays
tic-tac-toe
tic-tac-
champ.
yeah, you can't beat
man.
him.
No.
Yeah.
How did he know that that's how he looks?
I don't know.
He sees
Isn't
other.
that
He sees the
trippy?
other. That could be his wife.
That's uncanny.
kidding,
That's his
yeah.
mate.
His child,
He's
you know?
painting his mate.
Yeah.
It's very trippy though.
There was a
Wow.
gorilla. They taught how to write what it was thinking,
Well, that's what I just told you.
and it said, "I am a wonderful gorilla," or I am a good gorilla."
Did he spell it with
Something
one
like
L or
That
two?
would- if that was the human race, that'd be Armand.
But that's what he said. Like, I'm a good gorilla.
If that was
I'm
Ocho Man,
the best.
yeah, if that was Ocho Man, he'd spell it with one L.
Have you ever seen suckerfish?
No.
Oh my God, suckerfish go to the bottom of the sea and
Suck.
with their tails they make these designs in the sand.
No
And
shit.
they make and they're like
Can we
they're
pull
perfect.
them up?
You know-
I mean the
What are they called?
mathematically suckerfish
Suckerfish.
and pufferfish.
Pufferfish, right?
Yeah.
Puffer. There you go.
And
I
they
never
do
heard of
this
that
to
sucker.
attract a mate, and it takes them hours and days to do it, and it's a perfect mathematical.
Oh,
So they
yeah.
put an
spaced out-
artwork
Look
together.
at this. look
Man,
at
maybe
this, right here.
I'll try that.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe
what
I
you
get a
need.
mate.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
You need a
A
fucking
fish
Boy,
does
I
that.
can't draw like
Look at
that.
that.
That's the bottom of the sea.
Wow.
And a fish can do that.
Did you know a seahorse, the male gives birth?
I heard about
Yeah.
that.
Wow.
That,
Yeah,
I
they
don't-
spit
I
out a
don't
lot
like
of them,
that.
right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't like that.
You don't like that.
You don't like that idea?
No, I don't
Okay,
like
well, we'll
that
change
at
it.
all.
Weird. Little see,
Hey,
nature's
Chris,
How
not-
do we
Get
know?
on that, will ya?
Wait a minute. Now that's
Yeah,
bullshit.
I'm all over it.
How
How
do
do
we
we
know
know
that
it's a
that's the
male?
female and That's the male.
Show me the dick on the seahorse.
Yeah, and he's got a point.
I'll read up on it.
All right,
I'll have it. Okay. All right, you got me there.
Wow, that's beautiful work. So
It shows. See how it's showing it doing
so
it.
the
It's
most
video.
artistic puffish gets laid.
I wish I had a chair like that with
But it
that
can
design.
Yeah.
That's almost Art Deco.
see. That's why I believe in God.
Or was that
right
Baroque?
there.
Would you consider that Baroque art?
You
Like
know
that elephant had that elephant had a certain impressionist influence.
He did.
Yeah, it was like a Monet. It looked like a Monet sunrise.
Nick.
Yeah.
On that too, I bet each space is the same
Mathematically,
centimeter.
that's what I'm talking about. The thing can do math, or it can design in math.
Come on, Armand.
That's why there's a
yeah,
God.
that's
That's why
something
there's a
really-
God.
It looks
right
like
there.
looks like a Fibonacci series. That's right. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's
Now,
great.
Wow.
Nick, you can come up with what the fuck he's trying to design there. I mean, you've broken down some shit, and I'm telling you right now.
Wow.
He's
You know-
just
you
trying
know-
to make something pretty in the sand. I
But
think.
Oach, you know what the tragedy is?
Tell me,
You know,
babe.
with
Tell
ocean
me right
with
now.
ocean acidification because of global warming, the pufferfish will probably be extinct within 5 years.
We gotta stop it. We gotta stop
Well,
them to do
yeah,
this.
right.
It's all that fucking.
That's right.
BB.
Shut
and
down the coal industry. No more cars.
gas too.
Gas,
Oil.
natural gas,
Gas.
absolutely. Maybe we got to cut off. Hey, listen.
Hey, let
maybe
me
we got to
ask
cut off
you-
the show right now. We're emitting carbon dioxide.
But-
We are.
Look
But
how much
when
power we're using.
I think I used this on you before. Tell me your definition on this.
Yes.
When I was in Peru, they were using liquid gas. They were using it like it was like an injection to the engine. And when
Yeah.
you went to the gas station, it seemed, and they said it's
Well,
a lot cleaner and so
well,
forth.
in fact, I think it was it T. Boone Pickens or one of those guys. Somebody, just some mechanic, average mechanic, said that for like $200 or $300, you can basically modify your car engine to run on natural
Why don't
gas.
we do shit like that?
I don't know. It's stupid. It's stupid not to.
I mean,
Every truck should be natural gas. Every truck.
when I was in Peru, they were using
Well,
this
yeah, of
method,
course,
Nick,
it's cheap.
and they looked at me like I'm the douchebag because they said yours is not.
But
yours
here's-
is not even environmental.
Here's the irony.
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
environmentalist screwballs, they don't even want to use natural gas. They don't want to use that either.
That's
'Cause
bullshit.
well,
Did you go to
at
Easter
least
Island?
you got that right.
What's that?
Did you go to Easter Island?
I might have.
No.
I might have.
No.
Well,
that's
you
we
would
got
know,
the like
yeah.
the
No, but he
big
went to-
heads
he
there,
went to,
big statue heads.
Is that in Peru?
Moai?
I think it
They're
is.
called Moai.
Here.
Actually,
I was-
Ochoman thinks he went. Did you go to Rapa Nui?
I went to just on the borderline of the jungle.
Did you know that's what Easter Island? The real name is
I didn't know
Rapa
that.
Nui.
Rapa Nui.
Yes.
I went right on the fringe of.
There
no,
they are.
I,
Those are the
I did
the
not
Moai.
see that.
They're
I
like
did
what,
not see-
18
I-
feet tall?
Why didn't we see shit
Yeah.
like that
I don't
when
know.
we were
I
down
didn't
there?
go. I
Why
didn't-
can't we see
Did
anything?
you go to the Galapagos Island
No, I
and
never-
see the finches?
I
like
never
Darwin.
see
I never left the
anything.
office.
Nick, do you believe in
Oh,
evolution?
you didn't even leave the office.
Well, for an hour.
What's your opinion about evolution?
I think if there is if evolution, I don't know enough about.
What does
the
John
thing-
Lear think
and
about
here-
it?
I don't know. I'll tell you, he thinks aliens created us,
Boy, this guy.
but
knows
he
something.
also thinks that there's like an afterlife.
What an idiot.
It's it's very interesting the way he puts it, man.
Take my word
I
for
don't
it. There's
know-
no afterlife.
I don't know how
mind.
you could be a Republican and not think of afterlife. Because they're really right wing on God.
Not all of them.
And-
Okay. See, there you go again with these.
I'm telling you, at
with
that
these
convention,
prejudice, bias.
Wait, am I going to
Every
lie to you?
Republican
Am I
is-
going to lie to you when I say that broad comes up and goes, "Our next subject is about God"? She said that.
Yeah, but that's because she's a dumb cunt asking a stupid question. Yeah, but you can't blame the Republican Party because Megyn Kelly asked a dumb question.
She
It's
asked
ridiculous.
She asked that guy, or I don't know if she
I think
did.
she asked Ted Cruz, didn't she?
No, the other one about what if your son or your daughter
Oh, is gay, yeah.
comes home and says she or he is gay.
Right. Yeah. She asked John Kasich that. yeah.
And you know what are you supposed to say there? Well, you're supposed to say in realistic. You know what? If my kid comes up, I got to support my kid. What she wanted was
She wanted controversy. That's
we want God to intervene with this family and bring this kid out of this notion that having gay sex is okay. I mean, that's what the Republican mind frame, that real right wing. I'm not talking about yours. Yours is more
my
leave me alone type of
right. But
establishment.
listen,
yeah.
my response to that is for every for every Republican down in Arkansas or Alabama who is your stereotypical Bible Belt evolution denying nut. Yeah, right. For every one of them, believe me, there's some liberal environmental wacko who thinks we'd be better off with no more cars, no more coal, no more energy at all. Just go back to the horse and buggy era, and they'll be hugging some tree and trying to fuck a cuckoo's hole in it.
Whoa.
You know, and they think we'd be better off that way. So believe me, the two parties both have.
Yeah, but there's more. There's
lunatic
more,
fringes.
You got to admit though, there's more in the Republican
I don't know,
Party.
but I don't know if I have to report. I don't know if I have to report. I live in California. I see it. These people are nuts. These are the same people that don't want to vaccinate their children because they think it causes autism, which has never been proven. It's never been proven.
Hold on a minute.
Never been proven.
Okay, you touched something on Nick.
Uh-oh.
Here. Okay,
I
go ahead,
don't
Nick.
blame anybody that doesn't want their child stuck with a needle because the government.
You want your
says
child
so.
to have mumps or measles or?
You know, I had the mumps. I got over it.
And look what happened to you.
I don't trust them.
And you're warped.
Ooh, okay, but I'm just saying.
Sorry, I meant that for
That's
Ochoman.
okay. That's all right. It's,
I try to focus my bile on Ochoman.
I'm just
He
saying.
takes a shot at all of us.
That's
right.
okay. I don't care.
He doesn't leave anyone.
It's me and
untouched.
Chris against the world. I strike out
Yeah,
irrespective.
see? You just took a shot at him.
Sex.
10 minutes ago.
Yeah, he's a dumb shit too.
I will still get laid tonight. My point
Oh,
is.
no, hey, now that's below the belt. That really hurts.
No, I'm just saying it's not going to hurt my feelings what he says because I'm going to get laid and feel
Right.
all better later.
Yeah.
Nick,
I'm just trying to make myself feel better by insulting you guys because I won't.
I
get
wasn't
laid
aiming
tonight.
that. Aiming it at that. You know.
You got it though.
I'm sorry.
Boy, my-
anyway,
my-
see, he's got me apologizing. Is he brilliant or what?
Yeah, see how I did that?
go ahead though. He
I mean,
makes a
really.
good point.
Look,
though,
I mean,
though,
I
Nick.
don't want. I got over the mumps, and
Yeah, but
I don't think. Look, I don't think that. I don't. Right now, I don't trust the government to be sticking
But
shit
you had all
in
your
anybody's.
shots, though. You had your shot. You couldn't even go to school without your shots.
Right.
But that's not the government, Nick. That's you know, they're not. Well, they are. I think they did evolve a law saying that you have
Right.
to. You can't go to
Yeah,
school.
You can't go to
California.
school.
But I don't care if my kid went to school or
compare
not.
yourself to those wackos. I think he's got a point. Those people that are not getting these shots, I think they're
crazy.
only they're only hurting the kids.
It's hysteria. It's crazy.
Okay. Maybe mumps.
Those can be
things-
fatal. Measles. Those can be fatal.
The kind of things that they were giving me, those kinds of vaccinations like that gave me, fine. Don't be sticking my kid. Now I don't have kids. Don't be sticking my nieces, my nephews
Whatever, yeah.
with Ebola shit. Fuck you.
Nobody's saying anything about
With
Ebola.
Ebola.
No.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
saying
agree.
about Ebola.
I agree with
I'm
you.
just
talking
saying
about
with that
your deep,
kind of thing. And they don't need to be
pertussis,
chipped.
DPT. I mean, come on.
I
you have to.
agree. But
Diphtheria. These are deadly diseases.
I agree. I think the scientists and science has evolved so much that they've given us the opportunity to defend ourselves against these germs and so forth. So why not take advantage of it? I mean, why? Why go back in time?
You know what's really scary? You're making sense today.
Well, you know
What
what?
happened?
I've
Yeah,
been
he's agreeing
listening
with
to
you.
Yeah, I know. I'm
We
gonna-
won't agree about the polar bear.
I'm going to
because
have to
I think you're full of
reevaluate.
shit there, but-
Ochoman agrees with me. Something. My logic
it
must.
happens.
My logic must be faulty.
It happens here and there, but fuck, like I said, I'm in a great mode. My team's doing well.
Mood.
My GM is kicking the shit out of Tony. Tony was in second place, guys.
Hey, what's Tony been doing lately? I haven't seen him in a
I
while.
don't know. He walked around like 3-4 times with the door open, but
Did he get his toenail fungus taken care of?
I don't know. I don't even want to look
I
at
can
it.
prescribe something for
No,
you.
no, you don't want to prescribe it. You don't want.
hey,
I don't want to look
that
at
shit.
it. I'll prescribe something.
Lamicel.
I got
Very good.
I sent you
Terbinafine.
guys.
It went generic.
There you
Terbinafine,
go.
250 milligrams.
What do you got there, Nick? You
I
got
sent
something?
you guys about a week ago. I
didn't read it.
found this video. I know. I sent you guys stuff. It's like crickets.
I did,
But I send
Chris,
guys
a little
things.
chirping,
Sometimes
please.
I put things up there just to remind myself about it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So anyway, there's a video by a group called the Imagine Dragons,
I love them.
and they
went to
I
see
like
'em.
demons.
Didn't Jimmy
I like
Page
that
play
song
for them?
Demons.
No.
Okay, and they have a song called "On Top of the World" right now, and their video is a whole nod to the theory that Stanley Kubrick faked the moon landings and put clues in the movie The Shining.
No shit.
Yes,
That's
remember-
exactly what you were talking about.
Right, and because
Even
that
down to
guy
the
did a
carpet,
documentary.
you brought up the carpet.
Yes. Oh my God! And this video, Yes, this video is filled with stuff. Illuminati symbolism. At one point, you see a pentagram. All kinds of Illuminati eyes and
So
letters.
let me ask you this, Nick. Why do they give out little hints, little clues? Why
Hold
can't
on.
they just come out and say,
Whoa.
this is what it all represents?
Now, this is a new band, and that's what they're doing. They're just like, basically what you're seeing is these undercover guys are undercover infiltrating the hippies, and then they're dressed as astronauts, and that they're in a hangar filming the moon landings with Stanley Kubrick and Richard Nixon. You know what I mean? And that's the video. And then something like fucks up, like a microphone, the boom like hits the guy in the head, the astronaut in the head, and then it's what they do. And it's just the whole take on that. You know what I mean? And so there's no tongue-in-cheek thing there. They're just saying this is what we think. You know what I mean? And it's a nod to that.
I wouldn't even think that these guys would even be evolved around any of that, because I'll tell you, I went to their concert. There was so much pie all around, and my kid,
man.
my 14-year-old kid at the time, goes, "Dad, I want you to go to this concert with me because Mom's not going." So I went, and I'm looking around, man, and this guy is outstanding on the stage. They got this, I mean, everything's good. They got rain coming down. These chicks are going nuts for this guy, and maybe I had a gay moment there because I said, this guy is fucking on it. I love it. I love how he's on stage here and putting it. I mean, the music was really good. Go fuck you. Don't look at me like that.
Hey, well, I
but
don't
I'm
know.
just telling you.
I'm trying to do a psychological evaluation here.
Oh, whatever. So, in any case,
First, you're
I'm
talking
walking,
about grabbing my nuts. And then,
yeah.
well, he's dropping a lot of hints
All
here.
right. I'm gay, I guess.
You're a closet case.
Yeah, I'm a closet case. I've wanted a schlong all along. But then I'm walking. This is what depressed me. I'm walking to the car, and these teenagers looked at me, and I just had the best time with my kid. You know, they looked at me. They go, "Dude, you're old."
Ooh.
They yelled that.
Oh, that's horrible.
And I was like,
That was
I looked at
unnecessary.
my kid, my 14-year-old that never says anything. She looked at these guys and goes, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know what? I felt good. I felt good. My kid stood up for me, and
Wow.
my
Yeah,
My
I can see
mother
where
would
you take a
slap
lot
me
of.
if I said
yeah,
that.
you take a lot of
you know what?
paternal
No, but
pride
hey,
in your
right on.
daughter.
But I
cussing people out.
But
No, right on.
But you know what? I did wrong here because I told my daughter. I said I don't think I could go to another concert. And she got really down. She said, "Dad, I had a great time with you. We were enjoying the music together. I can't believe you're going to let 3 of those clowns bring you down."
She's right.
But maybe she's got a point. But you know what?
Did she have her vaccinations?
Yeah, she did
Good.
have a vaccination.
Okay, well, that's
She
good.
can't get into school without it.
Check this
But
out.
in any case, that's what I thought of.
Yeah, that's cool. I
well, don't think about it anymore.
I'm gonna keep pounding away at this video. Because
Show's over.
Because there's
We
this
only have another
one
30
part.
minutes.
Check this out. There's this one part at 41 seconds into the video. This man, there's a picture of Paul McCartney on the wall, and
Not
next
Paul
to it,
McCartney. Which
Yes.
the real one, or
Yeah,
the
or
second
the-
one,
or the
or
doppel-
third one?
the one that was murdered.
The doppelganger.
There's no third one.
There's only 2.
There's
I
only
think
schmuck.
there's 2. There's a theory that they were all faked out and all, but
There never was a Paul McCartney.
So anyway, it's a picture of him in an astronaut suit. I don't know what that's about, and next to it, there's like a gun on the wall pointing at his head. Okay, and anyway, this guy stands up in front of it, and he's got these glasses on, and in the reflection of his glasses, you see a Masonic floor. Okay, behind him, there's the Masonic symbol, the little protractor deal with the
What's that?
ruler,
What does that
and
signify?
the G,
What is
and
that?
then just in a same colored plaque right behind his wife is a pentagram. Yeah, and yeah, it's all kinds of symbol.
I wanna get
Illuminati
stoned with you,
symbolism,
Who's
symbolism
this?
in it.
This band you're
This
talking
band, yeah, and
This,
it's 41
Imagine-
seconds into the video. There's
Imagine Dragons.
there's like 1,000.
about? Never even heard of them.
I haven't heard about them either until I
Are
was.
you guys insane? They've been around. I watched them a couple years ago at.
I like their song "Demons."
Yeah, that's,
You would.
Yeah, that's a good song. By the
I like
way.
their
No, it's
song
about,
"Global
like,
Warming's a Hoax." I like that song.
Oh,
my
would you
God.
stop? What are you paid for?
And now the new
Are
hit,
you paid
Global
for
Warming's a Hoax.
I'll write that song.
Some bitches.
Only on
Hey,
90.
I was
by
just
someone
making
here.
a point. He
The
likes the
Burn.
song.
You never stop with that. You never stop
Because
with
it's
that.
a waste
you're,
of
you're
money.
saying that there's no
Just
way
say
that
you
that
agree
could
with him.
exist.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
Just
And I'll
say you
debate
agree with
anybody. Go get your physicist.
it.
You get your physicist. I'll get my physicist.
I don't need one. I
Meet
got
me
my.
at the
I
swings.
got your physicist right here.
Yeah.
You'll,
right here,
you'll
Shane.
fucking want to take him to Grand City Park
Yeah,
and fight him
I'll
if
kick
he.
his
I
ass.
just found out that this one nuclear physicist died.
Good.
Oh, it wasn't actually. I'm sorry. No, it was Dr. Roger Lear. Dr.
Another
Roger
Lear?
Lear.
How many Lears do we have on this
Oh,
show?
this
that,
is
that is
actually-
like the third Lear you brought
No,
up.
sir. This is Leir. Dr.
all right.
Roger.
Okay, well that's different.
To try Lear.
It could be liar.
This guy, Leir.
It's a good point, Ouch.
He was
No, it isn't.
extracting
It's a good point, Norman.
implants from people that claimed alien abduction.
Uh-huh.
And he had these operations, the surgeries themselves. He said he had the.
Wait a minute. Wait.
he
What
would
is this
show-
guy? Is he a doctor? What is
Dr. Roger Lear,
he? An MD.
MD.
Okay.
Okay, he's gone now. But I've seen the videos.
Where, what do you mean he's gone?
He's
He's
dead.
on
He
Uranus.
died.
That's
Oh,
where
he-
he's
he
gone.
died.
He went to Saturn.
So
That's
he's
right.
He's disappeared too.
Floating in the primordial soup.
or one of the other 33
yeah,
33
what is this? What is
planets.
this? Well, finish this story. and
Okay.
then
Well,
I
anyway,
wanna get
Dr.
into
Roger
that.
Lear, when he would perform these surgeries and remove these implants,
Yeah.
he had the X-rays to show you. He had every part of the surgery on video from the time they cut him to everything. They never
that on
took it
YouTube?
off. Yes, you could find them.
Wow. Okay, I'll look that up.
Chris,
These
you gotta-
videos,
you
you
gotta
can
throw
find
him
them, and
in
they
there.
take them. Okay, the first time he did this, he sent them to a lab. Now, this is what he claims
Mm-hmm.
that, and the findings were published, and I don't know where they were published, but
I bet it wasn't the Journal of the American Medical Association.
probably not. But the lab, he didn't tell them where they came from,
Mm-hmm.
and they said when he got them back, he said, so where do you think these came from? And they said, well, nowhere from this planet because it doesn't have isotopic ratios that are consistent with anything on this planet. So they had to come from a meteorite or something.
How did he die?
Oh, I don't know. I think
Well, that's
he
some
had,
lab because
he
you know
was
I
an
s-
old man.
I send a specimen to my lab, and those guys always say ambiguous tissue of
Look at
undetermined
look,
origin.
Look at this arm on. Look at it. I mean.
Oh,
the
there he
guy-
is. Yeah, that's it, man.
Hey, he's taking that from a tibia. No, anyway,
No, it's exactly what Nick said.
he's taking it
They're
from
all
the forearm.
he's removing from people's toes,
Okay, well,
forearms, fingers,
I can't see where.
earlobes.
All right. Well, I'd
Wow,
like to
that-
read that.
When he
lab
takes
report.
it out, he'll put it on like a piece of
Well, what's he
gauze,
looking
and you can
for,
see
though?
it.
What-
It
what
looks
did-
like it has some kind of. It looks like a hard metal alloy. It's made from like 30 some odd different alloys, and it has some kind of membrane, biological tissue like
Son
around
of
it.
a bitch, Nick. You're right.
Hey, wow. What is that metallic? Oh, that's a forceps. Oh, okay.
God,
But the thing itself, that cannot even be broken or scratched or anything.
holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. And you know what?
It is.
Hey, Chris, if we're ever on an island with these two, we're gonna make it, man.
Yeah, we will survive.
I don't know.
One's a real
Unless
fucking
the polar
realist,
bears
and
come
the
and eat
other
us.
one, he'll come up with some ways, religious, spiritual ways for us to fucking get out of there.
Hey, there was something I was just listening to, and this is in the Bible, and I don't look at the Bible like a history book or anything, but I think there is some true history in
Isn't it?
And well, listen,
That's good to know.
let's really break down what the Bible is. In one sentence, I can break down what the Bible is.
Please.
And you can't argue here.
Oh, please.
The Bible is a collection of books selected from ancient libraries.
Well, it's
Right.
hard to quibble with that.
That's pretty basic, right? See,
right.
the Bible has
I kind of believe it.
the Bibles have chapters,
Correct.
but first they have books.
That's correct.
The books have chapters. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? So they say, Bible. They won't say Bible
Well, they
chapter
have-
4. They'll say,
Well, let me
in
ask
the
you
book
this.
of
Let
Genesis.
me ask you this.
The
G.
Bible's
So
a compendium.
You buy
Ooh,
You buy
compendium.
into the devil, though, right?
Not really. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know what I think.
Oh, so you're basically saying that there's devil worshippers, but you've never said all along that you believe that there is a devil.
No. Okay, first of all, it doesn't matter if there is a devil or not. These people that worship the devil think there is, and they're doing fucked
And
up
that's
shit.
all you've exposed is the devil worshippers, but you've
then
never
again-
said that there is the devil.
Do I believe? If I believe in there's
Yeah,
a devil,
yeah, I've never
I
heard
believe
you-
in an evil force. I believe in evil force. I don't know if
The
there's
evil
an
force is
angel named-
Armand. He's sitting right
Hillary
next to
I
Clinton.
believe that there's an epitome. Yes, first of all, I believe there's an
The Bush-
epitome
the
of
Bush
everything
family.
good and light
Bush
and beautiful,
family, yeah.
and that's God. And I believe that there is, on the other end, there is
Cheney
Bush-
and
yeah,
Bush.
the Bush family,
Yeah, the Bush
Halliburton.
family. There you go.
Coming in
the crime
September.
family of the Bushes.
The satanic podiatrist.
Yes.
Well, you know what? You'll
the
get your
Demiatrist.
chance. You'll get your chance because I cannot wait for this October.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna have
Hey,
the.
wait a minute. We want to
All
give
right,
this away?
yeah, I want to.
This is big
I
news.
want to
Save
hint
it, will
around to it. I want to hint around
But
to
hold
it.
Make a little
I
hint.
need to clarify something up about devil worshippers.
Okay,
All
go
right, let's
ahead.
get
This
this
is a good
straightened
time
out
right
once
here
and for
before
all.
we go into the other thing. Yeah.
All right.
Satanists do not believe in Satan. They don't believe in a devil. They're not devil worshippers.
Who would have thought?
Hey, save your
No,
editorials,
but
will you, Chris?
actually, who would have thought?
Making a
Because-
mock-
Don't be jumping in
because,
here
no,
like that.
You know, good thing to say
Making a
because
mockery
you
of this
see
show.
these guys, you see like these people that are into Satanism, and it's like, okay, it's not about the devil, but you sure like to play dress up, you freak. You know what I mean? And
Hey,
wear
listen, if
like
it got me
capes
laid, I'd be a
and
Satanist.
horns and
You would,
all this
wouldn't you?
theatrical
I would, of course I
black
would.
shit, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on. But anyway, Satan, the devil, is kind of like their icon. Like Ochoman is a mascot of this show. They just choose Satan as their like archetype or their, you know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
And in Satanism, do you know what the altar is? A naked lady.
Oh, I like
Oh,
that.
He would love.
Yeah,
it.
so
Oh,
like
man.
when they get
With
when
big
they have a
tits?
ceremony, they get a naked
He-
lady,
he
a
could-
volunteer to like lay on
He
this
couldn't
table,
even
and
make
she's
10
the
minutes
altar.
in the ceremony. He'd be up
Yeah.
there with his dick.
But yeah, that's it.
I'd shoot my load
And
already in my cloak.
They don't believe in God or the devil. They believe each man is like both. You know. Now, Luciferians.
Hey,
Ooh.
now why?
Hold
did-
on.
Why
Wait,
did
wait
they
a minute.
pick
Hey,
the
wait, come
goat?
on. Let the man-
What's with the goat? I mean,
Goat. Oh, Baphomet. Yeah.
the goat. I mean,
What's
they
with
get
the
in.
goat?
They get into the goat's head. What's that
Yeah,
all
the
about?
man with the goat's head, male body, and the goat's
Oh no,
head, something like that.
just that whole goat's
Yeah,
head.
Hey,
they
so
it's-
Nick, with the Rolling Stones, because they had goat's head soup, is that?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that. I think.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
obviously. That's
Supposedly they are. Her satanic majesty.
Tuesday Weld.
It was
You
Tuesday
told- you
Weld.
told
yeah,
us that.
man.
I
Ruby
remember
Tuesday.
that.
You had to interrupt. He was going to
He told
get. He
us.
was
That's
going to
okay,
get
I'm
into
glad
the
he
goat
brought it
head
up.
here. I was wanting to hear about the goat
Well,
head.
we were talking about the Rolling Stones being devil worship or Satanists or Luciferians.
I
What-
don't
what are
know. The Stones, I really, it's hard to, you know what? Oh, boy. Oh no.
Adam said.
I don't know who is. It's hard to say who is Luciferian. If someone's involved in Masonry,
they? Yeah.
they're probably Luciferian because at one point in that hierarchy, you take on the Luciferian doctrine. That's what I hear. That's what the researchers say.
What about
but-
the goat's head? I just asked
Okay,
you about the fucking
dude,
goat head.
I don't know.
Okay.
Baphomet.
let the man-
Baphomet.
come
I don't know
on.
why they choose the goat's head, but that's Baphomet. Okay, Baphomet is basically the devil. Okay.
All right, you got it.
Okay.
I don't know why
That's
it's the
Rosemary's
goat's head,
Baby,
though.
okay?
I really don't
Rosemary
know.
had a goat.
Because you know what? In the Bible, it's got the pigs as being the fucking beat. I mean, Jesus never liked the pigs.
What?
I mean,
Where's it?
he threw him off a cliff or something like that. The
I don't remember that.
all right,
Would
maybe
you
that was
cite
me getting
chapter and
stoned.
verse?
I don't know. But
Jesus threw the pigs off a
well,
cliff.
he didn't say. He threw, I didn't say. Did I say that?
Well, you were
Well,
implying he threw them
I meant
somewhere.
something that in all religions,
It was the
pigs are like
Unclean.
unclean. They're the only animals that are brought up like
I
besides
think
that's
that's
a Muslim.
very unfair.
That's the Muslim religion, I believe.
It's not nice.
well, the whole
Cloven hooves
Judaism
in the
and-
old, like in
Well,
the Old
anyway.
Testament, it discusses some sort of
Swine.
like
Right.
demonic
exactly,
like,
and it uses the
properties
pig
with
symbol.
animals
They-
with the cloven hooves.
Yeah, but he's talking about Jesus. That's the New Testament.
Well,
Yeah, exactly. You're right. Yes.
Of course I'm right.
They probably choose the goat because the goat has those horns
Right.
like the devil.
Like the devil, right?
So
it's
it's
a symbol.
That's probably
Coco
all
the
all
gorilla
there
could
is to
explain it to
That's
you.
why the Rams lose.
That's why we're
Maybe.
getting rid of them. They're going to L.A., aren't
They're
they?
going to L.A. where they belong. The
hell with
devil fucking city there, L.A.
The new Sodom and Gomorrah.
I can't get laid there either.
You got problems. You can't get
Turn into a
laid there.
pillar of salt before I get laid. You remember Lot's wife?
Yep.
Do you know what that allusion is to?
No.
You don't know the story of Lot's wife?
Yeah, she turned around, looked at
Right.
Sodom, and
God
turned
told him
into
to
a
get the
pillar
hell
salt.
out of Sodom and Gomorrah because they're
Also the
sinful
Old
cities.
Testament.
He was a good man, and he told him, just don't look back. And then
I-
his wife looked back.
I gotta look back, Jesus. I gotta look
Yeah.
back, God.
Yeah.
I
Jesus,
was,
give me a
um,
break here, Shane.
I
Give me
was-
one strike, see?
Don't look at the golden calf, see?
There's some weird things in the Bible, like people don't even want to address in church. Like there's this one story I just listened
Love to go to
the other
church with
day.
this guy.
Oh, I'd argue. It was
That's where we ought to do a show.
maybe
bringing
Jeremiah
him
or
to church.
but it's one of these. I can't remember it now, of course. But basically, this boy, he's like 13 years old, and then he gets lost somehow, and then he doesn't know where he is all of a sudden. He goes up to this group of men, and he's like, I don't know where I'm at. I'm from the city of Jeremiah. Where's Jeremiah? And they're like, Jeremiah, that was 62 years ago. So this boy went into a time slip.
This is in the Bible?
This is in the Bible. Yes.
Where? What chapter? What verse or whatever?
Baruch, Bakar. It's in a. I don't think it's in King James Bible.
Star
It's,
Wars Chapter 3.
I can listen to it right now if you want.
I don't think we ought to listen.
R2D2.
But also, hey, all the Christians like to bring up with this gay marriage thing. They like to talk about man shouldn't lay down with
right.
a leather man.
That's
Another
right.
man.
Now,
I
that's
said
in
a
the
leather
Bible.
man.
That's
Why,
in the
that
Bible.
only helps you.
Hold on.
I don't care. I
That's
don't
in
care who lays with who.
That's in Deuteronomy, right? Yeah, it is.
that's a
I'm
tough
not
one. I don't
asking.
know.
I know that it is. Look at the rest of Deuteronomy. It also says that slavery
Dude.
is okay. It also
Well, then
says
it's okay. The
that
Bible
it's
says it. It's okay.
that it's okay to stone your children if they sway away from if they leave the religion.
No, you see, you're wrong, and I'll tell you why. They're not talking about stone as in rocks, but stone as in weed.
Oh, in Colorado. In Colorado, it's legal.
Exactly that, and we're looking at that now, Nick. In Colorado, parents are sitting down with their kids that are 18
right
years old
on.
and getting stoned. Yes,
As
thank
long
you.
as what I said sticks out there, it's okay.
Well, I don't think the Bible's to be taken
that's true,
literally. You'd
Oh,
be
I think
surprised.
so, babe. I'm
be
100%
surprised.
with that Bible.
Try to make that argument in a
I'm not trying to make
Southern
the
Baptist church.
Fine, you know,
Okay.
I'm
No,
not making
no.
any argument. That's
Yeah.
what I think. Whatever other people have their faith.
You are the ideal Donald Trump.
I knew a girl.
I mean, you're.
No, really, I like Ted Cruz myself, but I would vote for Trump. Sure, I'd
Man,
vote for Carly Fiorina
hey,
too.
fine.
Oh, she's an idiot.
Someone needs to drug test Trump.
Why?
I demand
Ted
he be
Cruz
drug
has
tested.
the ultra religious thing going. That's
He's not that religious, actually.
So-
No,
Well,
I heard him on that.
if you hear him on
debate,
Hannity,
dude.
he sure likes to talk about like
He's
Trump
he's
needs
the
to be
most.
drug
Alan
tested.
Dershowitz said he's the most brilliant legal mind he's seen in 40 years.
Yeah.
Harvard Law School,
Yeah,
number
no, I
one.
heard it, yeah.
He's the guy's a brilliant guy.
I swear to God, though, everything that came out of him sounded.
So what? So the guy believes in
repulsively dumb.
God. Big deal. I don't have a problem with that.
No,
What is the big problem?
You don't fucking say I'm gonna. First thing I do is I get rid of this. I get rid of that.
Right, I would too. Of course.
What the
'Cause
fuck?
it's stupid.
I mean, hey guy, we're trying.
All he said was
we're
all
trying to
these-
understand you, and all you're doing.
No, he
is,
said the first thing on the first day, all these executive orders that the Emperor Obama, by fiat, came up with, engendered, with no consultation to
I gotta tell
Congress,
you
and he has no right to do. He's going to get rid of. I'm all for it.
You know what? Your shit stock was all down and out whenever W was in power. Everything goes up when Obama's in. You don't want to give credit there. I gotta say another
What does
thing.
he have to do with that?
All
He
the
has nothing to do with it.
foreclosures, and all that shit. My neighborhood, my house has just went up another $90,000 to where I'm almost where I sold or where I bought the house. Everything was down. Everything was down when
What does that have to
W-
do with Obama? You think Obama did that?
Who's ever the coach of the team takes the credit.
That's a bunch of horse shit.
Well, okay, it's horseshit whenever
nothing to do with it.
whenever there's a winning program under a coach, it's bullshit. But whenever
I think you have a faulty analogy there, Ochoman.
well, okay, I'm just telling
listen,
you that Obama's in there now. The stocks are up.
Yeah,
gas is down, and the foreclosures are down. Houses are being appraised a little higher now. I mean, come on. Where there's smoke, there's fire, you might say.
Okay, yeah, right.
Giggity,
The
giggity.
employment
Giggity,
participation rate is the lowest ever. Okay, people are
What's
working
that again?
part time. the employment participation rate. That's how many people who
People
want to
were-
be employed are actually
People
employed.
didn't have any jobs when Bush was around.
Are you
was it?
kidding me?
Yeah, no.
You want to know what the average unemployment
Yeah,
rate
yeah,
was during
yeah,
the Bush
because
administration?
everyone was hurting for
5%,
jobs.
5%. Much lower than Obama.
Well, I'm just saying,
the
everyone
labor
was hurting for a
participation-
job then.
No, they weren't. The economy was doing fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
So is that? Well, let me get
Were
this
you in
straight.
Saturn
Is your
that time?
gauge? Is your gauge of economics? The economy? It's Wall Street. It's how high the stock market is. How many people? What percentage of people in the United States?
I would say that.
What percentage of the people in the United States do you think own stock?
No, but when a company's doing well, it doesn't lay off and so
Why
forth,
is
and
it-
it dictates
No,
how,
there
what
are
it-
many
what it's
factors to
showing.
why a company does well. Has nothing to do with Obama and his stupid policies.
No, but if everything is working right with a company, that means they're
Not
still
necessarily.
hiring. They're still.
They're not. They're
But
not hiring.
that's
you
the
know why these
average
companies
Joe
are
thinks.
It's quite the opposite. Actually, I'm going to give you a little.
I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, I'll give you a little lesson in economics. Why do you think a company works on profit? Right.
Of course.
Okay. They're not making any more money. Believe me. I watch it every day.
Then why are the stocks up?
Because here's what they're doing. They have zero interest rates. They're buying their own stock back. Okay? These are all clerical tricks. They're laying people off. That's how they're doing it. If you're not making more money, your revenue is not going up. How do you make more money? You cut your employment, which is what they're doing. You send people to India. You outsource. You get cheaper people, labor. You also buy back your stock. That's what they do. When you have zero interest rates, you're stupid not to borrow money at 0% interest and buy back the stock. What happens when there's less stock out there for other people to buy? The value goes up because it's harder to get a hold of. There are less shares, right? If you got 10 million shares of stock, you buy back 5 million. Now it's a half. It goes up by 2. That's why the stock market's going up.
I'm starting to buy into all this,
telling you.
but then what
Has
about
nothing to do with.
what about getting paid quarterly? I think that's been up too.
No, it hasn't. The revenues are not good. I watch it every day. About half and half are meeting their revenue expectations this quarter. Macy's, did you see? What do you think the Chinese are doing? Did you see what the Chinese did the other day?
No.
They devalued the renminbi, or the yuan, whatever you want to call it. Instead of it was like 6.2 to the dollar yuan. It's now 6.5 to the dollar. Why are they doing that? Makes their exports cheaper.
So what you're saying then is everything is
It's
like
not
a
good.
curtain.
It's not.
It's not.
It's
There's
a house of
everything-
cards.
yeah.
It's a bubble. It's going to go
Wow.
down. But that has nothing to do. I wouldn't blame that on Obama either. It's not his fault. But he's not doing anything.
Well, I mean, everyone's
The
giving
reason
him credit for that.
Well, the Fed, they're giving the credit. They're giving it to Yellen and they're giving it to Bernanke because they have zero interest rates. But that's how you get a bubble.
Okay.
Money is a commodity like anything else. You got to pay for it. If I want to borrow money from you, right? You're a banker.
Right.
You're going to give it to me for free? Of course not.
No.
But that's what the Fed's doing. There's zero. It's called ZERP. You ever heard of ZERP?
I absolutely not.
Zero interest rate
Nick, you
policy.
ever heard of ZERP?
No, I have
It's not. It's not some demonic god. It's
There
zero.
might
forget
be.
it
There
then.
might be something
Yeah,
behind
that's
that.
why Nick never heard of it. It's zero interest rate policy.
Xenu. I don't know Xenu.
Zofo. Remember that on the Led Zeppelin
That was
album?
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
I'm sure Nick knows.
But let's
about
get off
that.
economics and talk about who was I telling you? What was I forgot her name? The gal that didn't brush her teeth.
Oh, that was who the hell did you mention before the show?
The good-looking gal. Nick, didn't you?
Who's the chick that he mentioned?
Who was Daisy Duke in the?
Oh, I don't know her name.
Oh, Jessica. Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't brush her teeth. She just wipes them on her shirt.
What the fuck shirt is that?
I don't know. It's probably a pretty expensive shirt.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I fucking seen that.
Did you see that story, Chris?
Yeah, I did see that actually.
You did see that?
I
He's not
saw-
bullshitting
no,
with that
yeah.
one.
Let me
You think
see.
I'd make that up? I don't even know who she is.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. That's.
All right, well, let's
Yeah,
talk about
here.
economics. I don't know if you want. I
Here's,
No, but you know
here's
what?
Us Magazine, Jessica Simpson. Why don't I brush my teeth every day?
it's
I wouldn't
unnecessary.
even. I wouldn't even tell anyone that.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
why would
here's
you-
my problem.
Yeah,
last
she admitted
night.
it on Ellen.
This is what
3
convinced
times
me.
a week at the most.
Wow.
Well, that's
3 times
okay.
a
That's
week.
reasonable. How many times do you brush your teeth?
I go five times a week. On maybe I forget on the weekend if I'm out getting shit faced or something like
How
that.
often do you wipe your ass? After every dump
Just,
or after
well,
every
I-
third
I-
or fourth
I-
dump?
I look for your shirts and then I wipe my ass on your
I
shirt.
got a shirt for you.
Hey,
Sure.
but you know what? You brought up a good point that I kind of bought into.
You're kidding.
No, yeah, I did.
I must
just,
be wrong again.
That India stuff.
Sure.
I'm telling you right now, I called Dish last night.
Uh-oh. You
I
got
called
India. You
Dish.
got Mumbai. Yeah, you got somebody.
I got Dish. I called Dish. I said, why am I not? I seen 2 innings of this MLB game between the Dodgers and my Reds, and then suddenly it blacked out saying that I'm not in the area. And then I'm hearing, listen, what are you doing wrong here is that you haven't signed up for the program. I go, I've signed up for the program.
You don't have the Major League Baseball network.
Yeah, don't you sound like that, Frank. I keep telling them, I got the fucking program, guy. Don't fucking
That's
tell me.
weird, though. They hooked you on the game. They actually showed you a little bit of it,
I'm
and they cut it
watching
off.
the game. I
That's
couldn't
brilliant.
wait. I couldn't wait
That's
to
great.
watch
I didn't know
my
they did
Reds.
that. When I turn on a isn't it
No,
like when you turn on a
dude,
station you don't
it was
have, it always
mine,
says,
though.
order your thing, or what, right?
I'm telling you, it was my channel. It was my
Oh,
channel.
you did have it.
I did have it.
It just zoned out.
It just zoned down, and then he's telling me something that
You do not have the
I
station.
don't
You do not have
have
the
it.
station. And do not
Yeah.
eat the hamburger. That could be
and-
my uncle.
And I kept telling him, screw you and your uncle, because I got this channel. I got this channel. Don't tell me I
Did
don't
you tell
have
him to eat a
channel.
cow?
Yeah, I said.
Listen, I'm trying to eat a hamburger here and watch my ball game.
I'm gonna eat a T-bone, guy, right now, and I'm gonna piss you off. And why should I have to listen to a guy in India that doesn't
Because
even
he's
know
cheaper.
what the
That's
fuck
why
I'm talking
they don't
about?
give a shit.
So that's what.
Well,
gave
that's
it
probably
away.
that's part of the problem. And these Americans do not realize it's globalization. They can do that now. That's why these corporations are making money. They're not stupid.
Is there something behind all this, Nick? Is there something?
Yeah, is there something satanic behind all
Yeah,
this?
there's
Yes.
got to be
As a
something.
matter of fact, yes,
Thank you.
there is.
I knew there had to be someone evil behind
Here I
it.
am studying
Hey,
economics.
does anybody got? Let me look. Satan is behind every Luciferianism. There is a dark order behind every big
Right.
corporation,
Conglomerate, multinational
Right.
corporation.
Thank you. In the world.
I don't think I have a problem with that.
Look at. Hey, do you have a brand new $50 bill on you? The
No,
newest one.
I don't have any
you got
cash
one?
on me.
50?
Yeah, and a magnifying glass.
Anything else? A Bunsen burner?
No, you might not need the magnifying glass. You got the 50 on you.
I got 100.
You can try this. At
Oh, wait a
home.
minute. I do have about 50, I think.
He's got a 50 too. You
One of the new ones.
No, I got 100.
Let me see. Let's see what we got. Let's see
Remember
what
where
we
that
got.
came from, will you?
On the 50, you see a pentagram. No, some more
There's
pentagram.
got to be something on $100. Nick.
Yeah.
Well,
there's a
yeah. Well,
pentagram on
no,
the
no.
50.
Look it up. Yeah,
if
this
there's
is
something
the.
on the
It's a-
50. There's got to be something.
Yeah.
on the 100.
right. Well, you know, there's the towers collapsing on one. Right.
And the pitchfork.
There's the pentagram. Turn around. There's the pentagram or the pentagon. There's on one of them. There's supposed to be what they say is Hoover Dam collapsing, and I think it's on the 100.
When's that? That's Hoover Dam's been around since the
That's,
20s?
they say
30s,
that's
30s.
going to be the next
30s.
big fucking disaster.
And now
there's
they're going to
all
claim it's
kinds of
terrorism?
weird-
Is that what they're going to do?
I don't know. There's all kinds of Illuminati shit there at the.
Well, I
Hoover
guess
Dam.
now, if I'm getting you right, have they like
Can you
inserted
look
charges
that
in
up,
the?
Chris, on YouTube, please?
You know what Hoover Dam was actually called when it was built?
No.
Boulder Dam. It was changed to Hoover Dam.
Boulder, meaning
name.
Colorado.
Well,
gosh,
Boulder
let's say
as in
Hoover
Boulder,
Dam,
a big
$100
rock.
bill.
Oh.
But anyway, are you saying that like somebody when they made Hoover Dam, they inserted charges in it or whatever, so they could blow it up anytime they
there-
want?
Yeah,
Is that the implication? I guess that question is going to go
let's
unanswered.
see.
I want you to pay close attention to something. This right here ends up being the vertical ledge of the dam. I'm gonna put it right here.
And they're always shaped
This
like
vertical ledge right
pentagrams.
here, or the vertical side of the dam or the wall.
Uh-huh.
That is right here. I want you to pay attention to this line.
Where do you
here,
find this stuff?
and all
Friends,
the
we're
way
talking
across
about
over
the
here.
$50 bill, the new
Very,
$50
very, very
bill.
important. Now watch. As this magnification changes, you see there ends up being this new pattern that looks like kind of a sine wave. Now let's check it out even further. Now it's really changed. Now look. Now look.
Looks like my scrotum.
Now I'm going to do this a few times.
It's like a thumbprint.
Yeah.
There, watch. Look there.
Ah. Wow.
Now watch.
What the hell's he doing?
Or you zoomed in pretty tight.
Yeah, how's he doing that?
What is that? What's he doing?
Magnification.
Oh, Oh, okay. I was wondering what the hell he was doing.
I thought it looks like some
What
guy
you
on
look
acid.
at is some
It's an
kind of a
LSD
scalar
trip.
weapon. some kind of a wave attack,
Uh-huh.
high ELF or.
I'll be honest with you, Nick. I still don't see that.
Well, no, he's going to show you. You're going to see.
All right. Well, I mean, the
Oh, he's
audience
still not
can't
there?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
audience can't see this.
Bad radio. Let's see.
I don't know what he was talking about. ELF? What's
You just
ELF?
I was hoping you'd see the image of the Hoover Dam. I'm sure it's in.
Well,
on the,
I thought he already showed it.
Yeah,
whenever
I
he had
saw
it
that. Yeah, it did
hold
seem
it
to
up.
resemble the Hoover Dam.
Like there.
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
there it is. Yeah.
Right, I get it. Okay.
That's crazy.
But he
right
shows
there.
you it. He shows you like this sequence where it opens up, where it breaks
Right,
open,
okay,
and you
right.
see water falling out of it.
Okay. Wow. So, I mean,
like that.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a giant rift in the Hoover Dam.
So, well, you guys get
What
the
would be
idea.
the purpose of that?
Built
Why
by-
would they do that?
I believe it was
to blame it
built
on the
by
terrorists.
Bechtel.
Yeah, it'll probably be a false flag attack. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Well, what do you-
let me
I
tell
mean,
you-
you're destroying a lot of water there, dude.
I'm not doing it.
and that's not good.
That's not good.
Because
Guys, I
water
hate
is
to
good.
say this,
I
but
mean, you know, that couldn't affect my polar fucking bears up there.
do you know something about? Let me tell you something.
Somehow it could.
They'll
I don't-
survive.
The last time we were in here, I think. No, it wasn't. Okay, on July 15th, that's when Jade Helm went into effect. Now,
Oh yeah.
that-
Yeah.
It's a big
give us an
military
update on
drill.
that. Right.
The scenario of any drill, there's always a scenario, right?
Right, well, of
school
course, yeah,
shooting.
right.
And as I've said, even on 9/11, there's always a drill that resembles what ends up happening that day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we have a school shooting drill, and oh, hey, there was a school shooting 10 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Boston, Sandy Hook, Aurora. Okay, so now we have a drill, military drill. What is the scenario of this drill? Targeting domestic terrorists, terrorism. Now, the second day of this military drill, supposedly 4 Marines got killed. Okay, in Chattanooga,
Oh, right,
Tennessee.
right. Yes.
All right, I waited
What
on
do you-
this
what do you
and
mean
waited.
supposedly?
I waited on this one and waited on this one until I had something concrete. One of these Marines died in 2004 in Afghanistan. Now, he did die for his country, serving his country, and he's a hero. But his death was used
Right. I get it.
for this.
So what about the Navy guy
Now,
that
and
supposedly
let's-
survived but died a few days later?
I have not looked. I've not looked into those
Okay.
cases, but I do know that this man Wells died, and they also posted the. I already sent a picture on our thread, on our Ochoman thread, so you can see it. The pictures of they posted this in Washington, in the Washington Post in 2004. They reported that this boy's death. You know, he was 21 then. He was a Marine, and he was killed. Serving his country, and he's a hero. But he looks identical to the Wells that was shot. At the Marine
well, the
base.
only question I
Now,
have, I don't know.
There's some other stuff,
But I mean, this didn't seem to arouse too much ire from people. I don't hear
It
the
really
usual
did
gun
not.
control stuff.
no,
and like,
because
we gotta,
people are just numb to it
right.
now.
Well, I think that's counterproductive
Lem-
if indeed that's their aim.
Okay.
To get people so outraged.
I know,
and
it's
so
not working.
paranoid.
It's
right.
not working.
Right. When you do it all the time, people say,
Right.
"Well, another one. Who cares?"
I know.
And it was gone before it really made any impact
Right,
whatsoever.
right. You guys didn't really even know. Take away all the other shootings and only have that one, and I wouldn't even have to tell you guys what I was talking about.
Right.
Hey,
Let me tell you
Yeah, go ahead.
something else about this. I'm thinking, okay, so who is this guy that they said did this?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, they're not calling it an act of Islamic terrorism, even though he was a Muslim,
Right,
and
he's a
that's why he
Muslim.
did it.
Yeah.
Muhammad Abdulaziz. Now, is that not the easiest Muslim name to remember? They
Yeah, but
always
they're
give
all
you
named the same damn thing. I mean,
No, no, no,
they're
no.
all-
got a point.
There's
They
2 billion
always,
Muhammads in this country.
Muhammad
in this
and
world.
Abdul. People even
Wow,
use
they all
those
are.
names when they're joking about people with that Indian
Well, I don't know
descent.
about
Yeah,
that.
you never hear a Gunga Din. That's for sure.
I'm just saying, when it's something,
was a Hindu.
when it's something they want
Oh,
you to
whatever,
forget,
they're
they
all the same.
always give him a real long ass name. Anyway, I'm like, okay, so who is this guy really? Okay, they're calling it an act of domestic terrorism, so they could fit it in with their Jade Helm thing. I mean, come on. Like the second day of Jade Helm, a military drill, military's actually attacked by a Muslim, a domestic terrorist,
Hey, whatever happened
And
to that guy?
hold on now. Yeah, go on.
Well, whatever happened to that guy that you talked about like 3-4 weeks ago with Colorado? Did they give
James
him
Holmes.
the death penalty or did
No,
they?
no, life.
I don't know.
He got
He
life.
got fucking life. Unbelievable.
He's gonna have a nice life on an island.
Lucky dog.
But
But he's
the
not
guy,
even the actual James Holmes.
Okay,
is he?
Abdul. No, well, the real James Holmes is free as a bird.
Yeah.
And there's probably no one even answering to any crime. There probably was
How
no
about the real
goddamn
John
crime.
Holmes?
Well, hold
What
on,
happened
man.
to him?
Let's go
I went
on.
into I started looking or sniffing around this Chattanooga thing and this assassin, this Abdulaziz. I'm thinking, okay. So I started looking. I'm like, first his birthday. I look under Wikipedia. It says his birthday was September 5th, 1990. So I'm thinking, okay, now if he's fake, then they chose that date, as something significant because I know how they work. So I'm just thinking, okay, they say he was born on September 5th, 1990. I'm going to look on history.com and see what happened on that day. Lo and behold, September 5th, 1990, Saddam Hussein declares jihad on America. And this guy just so happens to be born on that day. Bullshit.
Well, not Saddam. You mean Bin Laden?
No,
Oh,
Saddam Hussein.
Iraqi.
1990.
Why
Remember,
would
he,
September
claim
5th.
jihad?
he invaded Kuwait. Remember, 1990.
Yeah, but he didn't claim anything on the United States.
Well, he wasn't a buddy of ours.
Declares holy. Actually,
he
the
was
words were
okay
holy
with
war,
US.
but that's jihad.
Declares
It said
jihad.
declares
Saddam
holy war.
Hussein? No, we went to war with Saddam Hussein.
It's
we were
September,
fighting. He
W-
invaded
W's
Kuwait.
dad
1990.
went to
Look,
war
look,
with.
look.
There
up
we go again.
September
Okay.
5th, 1990. Look it up, man.
Yeah, but he just took over Kuwait. I mean,
Well, I'm just saying.
So
that's what
so you agree that we should have
History.com
gone to
said
war with
happened
him,
on
or
that
just let
day.
him have it?
And
What
this
do
is
you think?
another
Well-
fake ass event.
well, I mean, if you're really talking, 1 minute you tell me it's okay for ISIS to open season on.
I'm not saying. I'm not rendering an opinion. I don't know if it
Well,
really any of our
mean,
business.
If he thought that was a province of Iraq, well, who are we to say? You know what? We're gonna kiss
My
up the
question
Saudis
is,
and go in there.
Here's the problem. My question is, where do you draw the line? Are
Well,
we
you
the
tell
police?
me. I'm asking you the same thing.
All right, are you gonna ask me?
Every time I ask you about why aren't we over there killing the fucking ISIS, you
well,
tell
if you're
me.
asking me a theoretical question, I say if I were the president, I probably would not have gone to war over that. No.
Okay.
I
Okay.
believe that there is an ISIS out there doing fucked up things, but I don't believe these videos that what we are seeing, and I believe what we're seeing. I don't believe they're real. I believe they're very theatrical
Listen, the
and
thing-
part of the propaganda. And I think that they're doing that because they want it. They want to try to magnify it to make it seem like
Well,
it's
of
worse
course,
than it
but
is.
they always
it's
do
bad.
that.
What's
They always
happening
do.
is bad, but they're trying to make it seem worse.
Of course,
so
because they want to go to
can-
war with them. But
so
but
they
here's-
can go to war with
But here's the
I
thing.
kind of buy into it. Nick.
Well, of course, but they
You
always
really
do that.
believe you believe
I
these
really-
videos?
I swear
Why
to
the hell
God,
you? Why the hell you think we went to the war in World War One?
Can I
100 years ago.
I
Why do you
would
think we went?
al-
Why do you think we went to war?
Well, because
with
they
the
were
Germans?
killing open season on the Armenians. That was fake too. The Turks.
the Ottoman Turks.
No,
they had been doing
I'm not saying
that.
that is.
Wait a minute.
New
I'm
York
not
Times
saying
was
that
saying-
is.
They had been doing that since 1915. Why did we go to war in 1917?
Well, I'm saying to you though that everything was reported. I'm not talking about that part. I'm
The
talking
United
about-
States went to war, and I'm sure Nick will back me up on this, because the House of Rockefeller and J.P. Morgan had over $1 billion in bonds in England.
You-
okay?
you always
If
go so
England
far
loses
away
the
from
war,
it, though.
if England loses the war, those bonds are worthless.
Right.
That's why we went to war with Germany.
No, I get that. I get
Nick,
that.
Okay,
right?
sure, I don't know, but I'm not trying to just.
I'm trying to
I'm
back
sure
you
you're
up.
right. I'm sure you're right.
But that's
I'm
why
not-
they said that the Germans were cutting breasts off Belgian women and pitchforking infants. You know, that was all nonsense.
I don't believe
It's all
that.
propaganda
I don't believe
nonsense.
that, yeah.
But to get us to go to war.
Right.
For money.
Right.
For the
Yes,
banks.
Yes.
Okay, there you
I
go.
don't doubt that whatsoever.
You just learned another lesson about history.
I really did.
They always
because
make things sound a lot worse than
I'm
what they
telling
are.
That's
you,
what I'm saying. It's nothing
everything
new.
That New York Times and everything that was being reported about the Armenians during that time.
That's not why we went to the war, though. Woodrow Wilson could care less about the Armenians.
I'm kind of buying that too.
Can I just ask you this?
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm just talking about the videos, okay?
Right.
If you're going to take a man's head off with a knife,
Right.
I heard you guys both say mind-boggling. That's mind-boggling.
Well,
It's-
these are
to
very
quote-
small minds.
but
They
listen,
boggle very
to quote,
easily.
To quote Judge Judy, she says,
Oh.
when
Oh,
when
no, not
she
her.
says, when something doesn't make sense to me, young man, I know it's bullshit. Or,
Wow,
to
Judge Judy
paraphrase,
said
she
that?
didn't say bullshit.
On regular TV?
She's
Oh.
not bullshit. She says, I know that there's something wrong. If it doesn't make sense,
you
that means
sound
there's
like her,
something
too.
wrong. Oh, I know.
You know, she's the
But I meant
highest
to.
paid.
But
I
check
think
it
she
out.
used to be the highest paid person on TV.
You both, it was
Unbelievable what she was
mind-boggling that none of these guys resist when they're about to lose their.
Well, I don't. I
neck-
think they're
okay.
drugged. I think they're drugged.
Okay, there's
I really do.
it's mind-boggling that these girls that ripped off ISIS and went shopping are now in trouble with Chechnyan intelligence. They didn't steal ISIS's money.
Why
They
didn't I hear this
stole.
story?
They
If
stole
you
the
listened
money
to the show
from.
last week. I had it on.
They
damn it.
stole Chechnyan intelligence money.
Oh, well, I got
That's
something
who
worse
came
than
looking
that.
for it. That's
this
who
is the story I wanted to bring
wants
up.
it back.
Okay, I've got something even more egregious
Anyway,
and
but
heinous
just
than that.
listen to me on this.
Oh, damn it.
If a man, this is even, forget about it. Look, check this out. If you got a knife sharp enough to go through a neck, a bone, all
It's
that,
dull knife, man.
then it wouldn't happen. There'd be no way. It wouldn't happen. But if you had,
I didn't,
if,
Nick.
if you had a sharp knife, and it shows them moving the knife
Yeah,
6 times across James Foley's neck and not one drop of blood.
I
As
don't
it
know,
fades
Nick.
out,
I didn't
he's
see
going
the
like
video.
this. Well, I know.
Well, let me
I saw it.
let me ask you then. Could you just go into that camp and feel this comfortable?
What camp? That Hollywood stage that they shot that
Yeah,
on?
exactly.
Yes.
Would you feel comfortable going into Syria right now, going through the same channels and saying, "Hey, I don't think you guys are bad people after all. I
that's-
think they're making this up."
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're making. You're not listening to me. I'm not saying they're making the whole thing up. I'm saying that it's fucked. That is going on in Syria. It's really bad what's going on. ISIS is real, but it's not so bad. It's not, what they're showing you is not real. They're
And
trying
I'm
to magnify.
saying-
they're trying to make it
right.
seem
Well,
worse than it is.
And
by
I'm
showing
saying
you this.
that has been through the. I told you 100 years ago they're doing the same damn thing. So that's what it's all about.
Okay.
But here's a really.
That's
This is
my
a,
whole-
this is
that's
the
my
story.
only
Out.
point.
Did you see about that Pennsylvania? The gal that was the beauty queen faking having cancer.
Oh no.
Did you see that?
No, I did not see
Oh,
that.
that's a great
If you're
story.
going to bring that up, then bring up the fucking doctor that gave 400 people in Michigan. He gave them the fucking what is that fights cancer?
Chemotherapy.
Chemo.
Yeah.
He gave them all chemo, and they don't even have cancer.
Oh, really? I didn't see that either.
You
did see
gotta
that, yeah.
you gotta look
This
that
gal-
up,
this
man.
gal-
This guy should go fucking.
Well, he's going to go to jail, but this gal
they
should
should
too.
kill him.
She,
They should give him 300.
she faked having cancer and then asked people for donations. And apparently she was actually she went to the lengths that her whole family would take her to the hospital, and
know
she'd
what?
disappear for a few hours,
As bad as this
supposedly
sounds,
getting chemo.
as bad as this sounds, I don't think it even comes near a fingernail to this doctor.
I know, but who cares about the doctor? Because this gal was a beauty queen. That's why she was Miss Pennsylvania, and she's a really
Unbelievable.
hot piece of ass. So
And
that's
she was
terrible.
faking it, huh?
Yeah, that's
what
terrible.
an
If she was an ugly pig,
Yeah,
I really wouldn't
think
be
she'd
that
probably
brought
get
up
more
over
money
it.
if she was an ugly pig.
yeah, nobody would care. Nobody would care if
I
she had
did not
cancer.
say ugly pig either.
But she
He said
used. But
ugly
the thing
pig.
is, she used her beauty queen status to put it on Facebook, I guess, or whatever, and asked for donations, and that's not right.
That's not right at all. Taking
So anyway,
taking
this
the
doctor
system-
though was giving chemotherapy to patients that didn't need it. Why? For profit, I guess.
Yeah.
But you don't make profit off chemotherapy unless
No, but
the
hey,
lab
what
does,
was that,
or the
Chris? I mean,
hospital
is
does.
there any?
unless he was getting kickbacks from the hospital or something. Because that
not?
doesn't make
Let's
sense.
see.
There's a doctor that he had to be getting something.
I'm
man.
sure it had to be
Michigan
profit
doctor,
driven, but I want to know
45
what.
years. He got 45 years in jail.
That's
for-
all he got.
Yeah.
What do you want him to get?
I want him to get fucking death penalty. That cocksucker.
You got either 100 years in prison or life.
Giving people over 300 people. He said you got cancer and you need chemotherapy.
That is so messed
Boy,
up.
that
is
might be a
so
good
messed
script.
up.
Federal prosecutors referred to him as the most egregious fraudster in the history of the United States.
What's his name? Let's get his name up there
Said it,
too.
His
egregious
name
fraudster. That's his name.
Fareed.
Oh no,
Fareed-
Muhammad Abdul
Fareed-
Aziz.
Fareed Fatah, F-A-T-A.
Oh boy.
I wonder what religion he is.
He's probably the guy that I dealt with yesterday on Dish TV.
Hey, you
They
have
don't
cancer. Allah Akbar.
Have you guys seen
They're
the
saying
Norway?
his motivation was to mess with people.
Maybe. I mean,
Yeah,
as a
no,
Muslim,
no,
who knows
that's-
what his
that-
motivation is.
That's
Yeah.
what he wanted to do, was mess with people.
That's what the article says.
Yeah, because
So
you don't
they're
make profit
able to-
off chemotherapy if you're a doctor. You send them to
So
the hospital and they
was
have
his
chemotherapy.
way. This was his way
No,
of.
the guy's a name- the guy's a
All
nut.
Well, fuck, it's unbelievable. And the guy you're talking about in Norway, we're giving this asshole a whole education system.
I wasn't gonna bring that up.
Go ahead. I didn't hear
No,
that
I wasn't
story.
gonna bring up that. But go ahead.
That
I
guy,
didn't hear that story,
that guy
right.
that's killed like 65 people. Were
Oh, the Muslim guy that killed.
no. This guy's like a blonde-haired guy and so
Be a
forth.
blonde-haired Muslim.
No, this guy's not. a fucking
He's a
Muslim.
Norwegian.
Yeah, he's a Norwegian.
He's Nordique.
He's
Very
very
handsome.
white.
Is he very handsome?
Yeah,
You want to go down on him too?
Yeah. I want to go on. But
I knew he would like these blonde hair
65
gods.
65 people this son of a bitch killed, something like that.
How?
And Norway is giving him education in prison.
Wait, I can top that one. How about that guy in the murderer in California wants a sex change operation? And he's gonna sue him if they don't give it to him. He's gonna sue the state, or she's gonna sue the state.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding. Would I make something like that up?
No, you wouldn't. But
It's true.
That's
he wants a sex change, and he claims if I don't get it, it's psychological cruelty. It's cruel and unusual punishment.
No way. He will not.
Look it up, Chris.
I'm not
I'll
saying
bet you
you're
he
wrong.
does. I'll bet you he gets it. You want to bet right now? I'll bet the state pays for it. It's California. Come on, I live there.
Why would the state pay for that, though?
Because it's
not
cruel
right.
and unusual punishment, because he's a woman inside a man's body, and he's got some weirdo psychiatrist says that this is what I warned you about months ago. That's the problem. Caitlyn Jenner, I don't give a damn what he or she does with his own body. But when you start having this kind of crap, and it's now also a disorder, or transgenderism or whatever, I'm a woman in a man's body.
I can't believe
they're going to start having insurance pay for it.
I can't
and that's
believe
the problem.
I can't believe that ESPN gave him the most courageous.
Yeah, we already
I
went
can't
over
believe
that.
that either.
We already went over that.
You know, it's unbelievable.
It's crazy.
It's
But here's the even
unbelievable.
worse part. They gave Brett Favre all that shit because apparently he didn't clap with enough fervor about it. And didn't stand
blow
up or
out your
whatever.
ass,
Yeah,
man.
so they
I
gave
mean-
Brett Favre like he's some kind of, I guess what you would call a right-wing religious nut.
Or-
he just didn't think it was worth it, I guess, or
Yeah.
maybe he was just drunk. Who knows what? He didn't clap enough.
I don't care.
Well, you should care.
No,
because
I mean, I
it's culture
agree.
going to hell.
What I mean is, I agree with you. I don't care what they are thinking about him on that
Well,
situation.
that's
but
liberalism run amok,
Well.
and that's why this country is going to hell.
Well, all right.
Because if I were there, I'll tell you what, if I were there, I wouldn't even get up for him. I wouldn't clap, and I wouldn't get up, or
stand
her.
up. Yeah.
No, hell with
Yeah.
him. I mean, I have no problem, but I have no problem with it.
I don't see
care.
how that dictates to anything out there. I really don't.
Giggity, giggity.
I mean,
Giggity giggity.
Most indicative of what happens. If you don't clap enough, even, or you're not
No, I
enough
get
of
it.
a supporter,
If you don't
you're
get the clap enough.
right. Yeah, you got to get the clap.
all right. Well, I tell you what, we've
right.
clapped away to
right.
over our show segment
Gee,
here.
wow.
It's 11.
Holy moly.
Yeah,
Wow, that
it-
went really
it-
quick.
It's 1:11 here.
Every time Nick
That's
gets
what
on,
she said.
she didn't have time to say that. I already have my pants up and I'm out the door.
What do you got going this weekend?
That was quick.
What have I got going? I'm going to go out tonight with some people, I think, over in Ladue,
We'll do.
and not get laid.
Not get laid. Well, you'll be
I was just out
consistent.
last night in Clayton.
Did you get laid?
No.
Okay.
No, he's got a wife,
Nobody's.
dude.
Oh, that's
She's
right. Of
on
course he didn't
vacation.
do- wow.
What about you, Nick?
Which
I'm working on getting
been
my
a
own
while.
podcast together.
Uh-oh.
You're getting a
yes.
podcast together?
I am trying to get my own podcast together.
Look at this. Oh, look at this competition for us.
Oh no, we're just your
A ri-
neighbor.
A
That's
rival.
all.
A rival.
No, it
I'm
won't
not
be
gonna
that.
listen to your
I'll
podcast.
support you.
I'm going to boycott your podcast.
You'll be less smarter than everyone that does.
I don't care if I'm the least smartest.
So that's what you got going over the weekend?
Yeah, you're going to do that all in one weekend?
No, I just
Boy,
wanted to. I just.
What are you going
was
to do
on my
next?
mind.
Rebuild the Hoover Dam? Well, you have
I
plenty
got.
of time.
I don't. You know what? I just have like a few days to not really do anything, so I'm just gonna work on my art and write a little bit.
I bet that elephant paints better than you do.
I'm a great artist.
We'll
poet.
take on the Delph any day.
Don't make me angry.
What about you, Chris?
nothing.
Nothing?
Absolutely.
What are you going to do?
Well, I tell you
I'm
what.
exhausted.
with your
I'm
dog?
exhausted, Oach.
Before we...
Been a
what the hell
long
have you
week.
been doing?
Been a long week.
Oh.
Yeah, he's been really working hard. Before I hang the show up, though...
Do you have any picks this week?
well, we ran into so much here. So, in any case...
Buy Disney. January calls. Disney.
Disney.
Yeah.
Disney is the call for
Right.
stock from Armand. Hey, we'd like to get back to what we were saying. We got something special lined up in October here. I
Stripper?
think. Would you fucking relax?
You promised me a stripper.
Well, yeah, we'll see if we can get a stripper there for you
All
too.
right, I'll take donuts.
But
Can't get a stripper.
but in any case, something special. We're gonna get something going in October, and it should be a little freaky. It should be a little scary, and so we'll see if we can line this up. That's what
I want
we
to get
sent Nick
I
out
want to
for.
get a pick from you though. College football. Who's going to be national champ?
Well, yeah, we can't come up with that right now. We can't come up with that right now. How the hell?
This guy predicts the end of the world over here. Doesn't even think about it. I can't even get a pick out of this guy.
Hey, by the way, you guys, the last week of September is supposed to be, a lot of people are talking about.
Is that it?
This
It's
is
over?
it.
Oh, good.
It's going to be
This is
they're
the
talking
end.
about everything
If I
from
can't get laid, I want you all to be
from
dead.
the fallen angels
continue
coming
to,
back
Oman.
to financial collapse to meteor to
Well, boy, the only thing
I
scary
mean,
about that is
that's-
financial collapse. I don't mind the angels coming back.
they talked about
the
it. And they
rapture.
talk about this financial collapse every year. So
Yeah, but sometimes it happens.
it's
I
going to
know.
come around. It's going to be a nice
already had it
September
happen to
week,
me.
and not damn thing's going to happen.
Which
All
day?
right, my
Which day is
friends.
it? We'll keep it in mind.
Last week, September 23rd through the
That's close.
All right, whatever.
I bet
That's
that.
what I
Are we
said.
gonna have a show that day?
Yeah, we'll have a show.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck all that.
Yeah, let's do it. And
Satan
we'll
willing. Yeah.
All right, that's our show for this week,
All
my
right, cue the
friends.
music,
From
yeah.
my friends here and the Ochoman, we are out of here.
Yeah,
Goodbye,
yeah,
you
yeah.
fuckers.
now. Because when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Who's with me? Let's go! Come on! Ah!
The Ocho Man, Behind the Eight Ball. Only on Ignotainment. Leave us your questions and comments below this podcast in the comments section of the iTunes Podcast Store.